ITV News Central has been given an exclusive first look at data from a pilot project examining the full scale of the pollution crisis plaguing Britain's rivers.
The scheme by the Angling Trust was launched 1 year ago on the River Severn. It's now recruited hundreds of anglers nationwide and they've found consistently high levels of toxic chemicals. Our environment correspondent Charlotte Cross has this special report.
A frothy film on the water signals that all is not well beneath the surface. A sewage outflow outlet is active along the River Severn in Worcester, and downstream the evidence of what's flowing out.
I'm just devastated. The amount of pollution that is actually coming down the River Severn and in the catchment rivers has just grown out of proportion.
We first spoke to Glyn 2 years ago as part of an ITV Central investigation into river pollution across the Midlands. He went on to buy his own kit to do regular testing on the Severn, and what he found, he said, has horrified him.
I just wanted to save this river because I care about the river. Since I started, things have got worse. And I think if we carry on, the river itself will slowly deteriorate and there'll be a tipping point and we won't be able to recover it.
A pilot project on the River Severn by the Angling Trust was launched a year ago and has since been rolled out across the country, with 428 volunteers monitoring 121 rivers nationwide. Measuring for toxic chemicals, so far they've found 33% exceed the upper limit for phosphates and 41% exceed the upper limit for nitrates.
What we're seeing is really worrying. Our concern is that the government really don't seem to be in any urgency to get this problem sorted. They keep kicking the can down the road, and this is a problem that's affecting our rivers now, and we need solutions that are going to fix this problem now.
So where is all of this pollution coming from? Well, the latest figures show that 18% is runoff from urban areas. The biggest polluter is agriculture, which contributes 40%. And 35% is sewage being released into rivers by water companies. Now bear in mind, that's only supposed to happen in extreme circumstances. But despite the lovely weather, and we've not had rain in days, this one in the heart of Worcester has been going for over an hour already.
The sewage treatment works in Worcester sit next door to the River Severn itself. Last week, a statement on behalf of the water companies made a public apology for not tackling the issue of sewage releases in the past and promising to invest £10 billion on improvements in the next decade. But when asked by charity Fish Legal, Severn Trent refused to release details of last year's maintenance programme, nor details of its monitoring of how its sewage outflows are used, saying it couldn't due to an ongoing Environment Agency investigation and that the information could be commercially sensitive.
The situation that we're in now is that we do not understand how well this particular sewage treatment works is being maintained. Water companies need to be entirely transparent about how they operate their wastewater treatment works. No ifs, no buts.
A spokesperson for Severn Trent said, "We're spending £100 million a year to make rivers as healthy as they can be. In just 1 year, we've reduced our impact by a third and will go further and faster to fix things as quickly as we can." They continued, "While we know we have much more to do, others need to play their part too, and we're absolutely committed to continuing our work with other sectors, such as agriculture." The Environment Agency said polluting rivers was unacceptable and said it was working to hold both the water and agricultural industries to account, with a target of stopping sewage spills by 2050. But with pollution still pouring in now, the fear is that will be too late. Charlotte Cross, ITV News, Worcester.